funny thing that happened to me on the set of Smallville was, do you guys remember how often my character was naked? Do you guys remember that?
I do. What I don't remember is your character having clothes on.
Yeah.
It was good for the show.
Yeah. So there was this shower scene that was coming up where Davis showers off all this blood and he figures out none of the blood is his, and whose blood was that all over me? That's so weird. So this scene was coming up, and I'm about to leave town, and I was going to come back in a few days and shoot the scene. And right as I'm about to leave town, some producer guy goes, "Hey, Sam." And I'm about to go out the door to to go to the airport. He said, "Hey, Sam, what would you say if I asked you to shave your chest?" And I'm like, "I'd say that I got to go catch a plane, but you're welcome to try to talk me into it in the next few days." And so then he's like, "I'll call you." And then he never calls me. So then days later, I'm on set, naked, shooting a shower scene. And then a producer comes in and they go,
"Why is Tom Welling here? He's not in this scene."
Why is Tom in the back of the shower in the shot? Now why is he out of the shot? So he's like, "Your chest is not shaven." And I'm like, "I know." "You said you would shave your chest." I said, "No, I didn't. I never said. I said you guys could try to talk me into it." He's like, "Oh," and he leaves. And then and then I'm shooting more shower scenes, and then cut, and another producer comes in. And then he goes, "Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Chuck Norris. It's fine." And then he leaves. and then I'm doing more shower stuff. And then another producer comes in and he goes, "Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Tom Selleck. You're fine." And then he leaves. and then a producer that she'll go unnamed, but Tom and he comes in and he's raring to shave some chests. He's like, "Said you would shave your chest, man." I'm like, "I never did." He's like, "Okay. I mean, it's not like it's, Chuck Norris, but you listen, shave your chest." And we had this whole argument about shaving chest. So basically, it was a mid-shower chest shave while we were shooting the scene. Probably the best way to get your best naked performance is to have everyone coming in leering at you and your chest hair, which wasn't even that. They made me shave mine. Yes. Everybody had to shave their chest.
I did too. It was like the weirdest thing. I didn't know you had to as well.
Good one.
Because it was a rule on the show.
Was there really no hair allowed?
Well, I mean, it was just
guys,
sort of like, it's Smallville. No one had Lex Luther should definitely not have a hairy chest.
Yeah.
They're like, "Are you gonna shave your eyebrows?" I'm like, "Fuck off!"
They said to me, I said, "Let me ask you a question. Is the chest hair thing because these characters started in high school?" It's a rule on the show. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." "Is that because the characters started in high school and shouldn't have chest hair, but now they're like 38 and maybe should have chest hair?" And he's like, "No, it's because it's a rule." And then the makeup lady is like, "That's exactly why we had the rule on the show. He just doesn't know." And I'm like,
"Do you know what it really was? It was him going, 'cause it turns me on."
"What?"
It turned him on. That's shaving. I'm not asking you to shave for the show.
What movie would you guys like to do an homage episode to?
Tombstone. First thing that came to mind. What movie? I think she's saying
Any movie, like an homage?
like if you could take a movie but make an episode of Smallville with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tombstone, I don't know why that came to mind, but it did.
I'd love to be the Doors, Jim Morrison, and Lex Luther as Jim Morrison.
I'm the snake.
Come on! I don't know.
I'm the Lizard King. I'm the Lex King. I can do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would have been a horrible episode watching Lex be Jim Morrison.
Back to the Future.
It's like the graduation episode where everyone's graduation from Smallville, and like all of a sudden Lex comes out and he's like Jim Morrison.
How many people know you're alive? How many? Clark, what are you doing in my house?
And then Clark is dancing with Lana, and Lana looks at Lex, and Clark sees that she likes it, and that really bothers him. And she's like, "That could have been a whole thing."
And then he walked on down the hall. Sorry, we're getting too deep here, Laura.
I can't follow that up. You said Back to the Future. I think that would be great. Or Death Becomes Her.
Oh, that's cool.
There could be something there with the characters.
The Shining.
The Shining.
That would have been cool. Could you imagine?
But it's on the Kent farm.
And not a lick of dialogue.
Clark, why are you doing in my mansion, Clark?
What are you doing here?
I'm just gonna chop your head off, Clark. You and your freaking superpowers.
Sam, what about you?
Any Chuck Norris film, because I just want to see more chest hair on that, you know what I mean?
Let me see the chest now. Can I see the hair?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Check it out. I want to call out the producer and be like, look at me now!
Yeah, it's got some hair.
Does he have more chest on his hair than you do on your back?
That's good.
I don't want to play.
I feel so alone.
I don't want to play.
Got a little ahead of ourselves.
My favorite memory, one of my favorite memories from Smallville is when Jonathan Taylor Thomas was on.
JTT.
And I'm telling you, I knew this kid was famous. I was a little starstruck when I met him. Like, he knows what he's doing. And anyway, he's on a gurney, or Michael's on a gurney, and Jonathan Taylor Thomas finally has him. He's taking him into some... Michael just rips him for it. And you can see, I think it's on an outtake that you can actually see. And Jonathan Taylor Thomas, just him trying to hold back laughing.
I think he said, really, dude, there's like no air circulation in here. But I just was watching this, and there was this like cage around me, and I'm trapped there, and the director's like going, just another take, and I'm like, well, it's gonna happen eventually. And it's on like metal, metal, cold metal,
A good ricochet.
cold steel, and he's just talking about something, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT.
And it was just like one of those things that was like, and he goes, dude. And I go, hey man, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Her question is, for each cast member, what's your favorite episode?
Sam. Favorite episode?
Oh, what is it? Naked. It was a great one.
What was it called?
It was called Naked. And it was about my character being naked.
Shaving his chest.
Shaving chest.
Laura?
Was it Fracture, the one where I had amnesia and ended up at the diner?
Wait, it sounds like you have amnesia right now.
I always have.
Yeah, she's asking. She doesn't remember about an episode where she doesn't remember.
So that one, yeah.
Yeah. There were some good ones that I remember. I remember
Lexmas is nice for me.
Lexmas was really a great episode where it was like if Lex had a good life and he was normal, and that was sweet. The pilot episode, man.
Shit, that's
when I first saw the pilot, I just was like, I'd never done anything this good. It was just so exciting to see. I was like, it was the beginning of my career, really, and that meant a lot. And also the one when I split in half and I get to like say, I am the villain of the story to your parents.
I don't remember.
And remember when Annette O'Toole and I go, you were right about me all along, Mrs. Kent. I am the villain of the story. Remember that?
I don't.
It was a great line.
I don't remember.
They remember it.
Was it?
Come to the table afterwards and I'll sign that quote to you.
Was it called Fracture?
No. It was called Onyx.
Yeah, dude! Look at that.
Tom, what was your favorite?
I would always say the pilot first, but there are episodes just because I knew this was something special as we were doing it. I just knew it was, and but there's Transference was a big thing for me with John Glover, and when John Glover and I switched. Heat, if you guys remember that one, that was There were certain episodes that when we introduced the evolution of Clark's abilities increasing, those were always big ones because they were big episodes, like for us, and we were always figuring them out. But I would say my quick answer is the pilot, and then I could just kind of go on from there. But yeah.
Outside of Smallville, outside of the characters you played on Smallville, what characters would you like to revisit? Like other characters outside.
Outside of Smallville, what characters would you like to revisit?
So Smallville characters we can't revisit them. Is that
No.
Characters we have had played before?
Yes.
Can somebody get off from a microphone? Because she's making the most sense out of anybody.
Why can't we hear? She's sitting this way, away from me, you can hear everything. All right, good, Sam.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Oh, well, I You know, a character I guess I've revisited a lot, which would be Maul. I like that guy. I'd play that one for sure. Laura?
I would say Elena from Bitten. I would like to revisit that. We didn't get a chance to really close the storyline, so yeah.
I would say Adina from Sorority Boys. I love that. I love that. I had so much fun doing it. It was just the most fun I've ever had. Even though the movie didn't do well, it became kind of a cult. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I played a bartender in Fight Club that got cut. I'd like to redo that again.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
Oh, I was excited for a second.
Mind right there, yeah.
I'm supposed to
Answer.
None of my answer is none. I mean,
Dude, draft day.
But I would do something different.
You do something
I would do
different.
something different about that. But you're right. I would do something different.
Yeah.
I just heard Cheaper by the Dozen.
I want to do Cheaper by the Dozen 3.
Yeah.
And I want Charlie. So let me pitch you guys. See if this is a good idea. So Charlie grew up in a family with all these kids, right? He's newly married. They're pregnant. They weren't trying, but they're excited. They have the baby. Then they have another. You find him with 1, 2, maybe 3 babies, whatever it is. And even though he was grown up with all these kids, he's now sort of he's having trouble handling it, and all his family members come back to help, in a sense. And I think that would be really great. So if any of you know anybody who can make that happen, that'd be great. It would be like cheaper by the like 300, because there'd be a lot of people there. 3 dozen.
Wait, I have a question for our guests. What impressions do you guys do? Laura.
You do an impression.
Do you? You do a pretty good mocking. You can mock him pretty good.
She mocks me pretty good. I don't know, Tom.
We would, first of all, Michael's the best at all of this, and I only got this one, but there's like Christopher Walken, there's obviously Keanu Reeves, there's Kevin Spacey trying to do Al Pacino. I've heard you do that.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember that. You did it once. He goes, I'm not doing Al Pacino, but I'm doing Kevin Spacey.
No, he would do this whole thing. No, damn it, listen to me. He would do this thing. You in the front row. No, Connor, damn it. You're not supposed to be here. Everything he says, I don't know. It's been a while since Spacey.
But Malkovich, I used to do Malkovich.
Can you do a Malkovich?
I mean, it's been a while.
Clint Eastwood in The Line of Fire, he says, "Can I swear?"
No.
Kids, put your earmuffs on, kids.
Was that it? Was
You
that
have a rendezvous with my asshole, motherfucker. And then that was Eastwood, and then Malkovich says, "No, what you couldn't possibly know, Frank, is that they sent my friend, my comrade in arms to my home to kill me. I never lied to you, Frank, and I never will." Sort of. A little bit, right? That's good. That's really good. I like that. And then, Walken. I've always done Walken. Your son, fuckhead that he is, he took my narcotics. Now, I know you know where they are. So tell me, before I do damage you won't walk away from. I haven't killed a man since 1984. Anyway, that's it. I didn't leave the house as a kid. I just stayed in my room and watched movies and memorized lines and didn't have a girlfriend and was the shortest kid in my school, and that's what I did. But but like that's why I learned all that stuff. I would sit there.
I had this wax up my ass for 27 months.
We would do dueling walk-ins.
Oh yeah. It's a fun acting exercise, and any of you want to be actors or whatnot, it's a fun exercise to practice your lines differently than someone else. Like whether it's a woman or a man,
Or just doing an accent.
or Western accent or an actor, and it's just do it all different crazy ways, and then when the camera rolls, you're just free. So that's a quick little acting lesson that no one asked me for.
Everybody try this. Talk from the back of you, like this, like in the back of your throat, like this. Everybody say, "Your son." Your son.
Your son.
Your son.
Your son.
He's a bastard.
He's a bastard.
Say it. He's a bastard. Say it. Dragon Con. Dragon Con. Con.
Say it like it's the last thing you're ever gonna say.
Con.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's the last thing you're ever gonna say. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you guys are dying. You guys are dying softly. Like you're like Dragon Con. It's like you're all passing out tonight after you go boozing. It's like, oh, Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
You know, Dragon Con. I've been there.
Dragon Con. That's good. Yeah, it's great.
How come you never eat? I never say eat. You know, it keeps the fear up. I'm from Deer Hunter. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Deer Hunter, hello? Anyone from the Deer Hunter?
I like the trees.
The what?
I like the trees.
The train?
Trees. I like the trees.
Oh!
Because it's the first time Walken does Walken. Have you ever seen Deer Hunter? Throughout Deer Hunter, Walken's like, hi, I'm Christopher Walken. How's it going? But then there's this part where he's like, why do you go out and hunt? I like the trees. And you can imagine he's watching it, he's like,
Yeah.
now I could make a whole career out of that right there.
That's right. That's amazing. He goes, I'm going to just do a parody of myself. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's it. Why would I do
That's
anything but
hilarious.
that right there?
So there's this is not a Christopher Walken panel. Christopher, go on YouTube and look up Christopher Walken baking a chicken. Okay, it's amazing. Second of all, I'm gonna put you on the spot because you did a movie that I love called Poolhall Junkies.
Thanks, buddy.
And you told me a story about Christopher Walken showing up for a couple days of work. And what did he want to be called?
Well, I went up to him and I just said, hey, oh my God, Michael Rosenbaum, I'm really nervous to work with you. Should I call you Chris? Should I call you Mr. Walken? And I swear to God, he looks at me and he goes, I don't know. Just call me Flash. And he just walked off. And
They're like, Mr. Walken, I'm sorry, Flash, we're ready for you on set. Like, it just became like...
I remember he signed my CD, my DVD of King of New York. I go, will you sign this? He goes, you want me to sign it? I said, yeah, will you sign it? He goes, well, what do you want me to say? I said, Chris Walken. He goes, I know my name. And then I go, I don't know, put 2000, because the movie goes, 2000. And, you know, being on set with him, his inflection, I used to come on set just to watch him work. And there's a line, when we as actors read lines, we don't think, like his line was, you said it, Joe, anything. You said it, Joe. And he comes in there and goes, oh, you said it, Joe, bet it all. If I read the line, I'd say, you said it, Joe, bet it all. He comes in there and goes, you said it, Joe, bet it all, bet it all.
Yeah.
Everything's up and down. It's just like watching him read these lines. You're like, what is good? And he's, he was awesome, man. He was awesome. It was like I was still a kid. I was like 26 years old.
It's a good movie, and the guy who's the lead in it directed it.
Yeah.
And it's worth watching. I don't think he gets enough credit.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Poolhall Junkies, if you're bored.
There are actors who can say almost any line and it sounds kind of great. Morgan Freeman is one of them. Schwarzenegger is another.
Yeah.
Weirdly, you know.
I'll tie my shoe.
You know, like if Morgan Freeman played Davis Bloom in Smallville.
Morgan Freeman was on Morgan Freeman.
Well, now, Chloe. Sometimes just being around you, it helps to quell the murderer from me.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Why, that's right, Tom. Superman Welling, I'm here from Krypton to destroy you. Devil Zod is my father.
I remember the first time I met Clark.
That's right.
Clark was a man wearing a red jacket.
And it was Frank.
And then Denzel Washington walks in. He's like, okay, all right, let's go. King Kong ain't got.
The big town is Arnold and it says, kneel before Zod. Do it now. Do it now. Do it. Come on. Do it now. Do it now. Come on.
Hi, this is Michael Shanks, and you're watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. The fate of the universe may depend on it. And have fun and follow your fandom.